Warm welcome to a special Quantum Astrology report from me, Eva Kristoffersson, Soul Warrior Energy, and it's about Mars going direct. Mars will be stationary the 27th of August and go direct the 28th of August. And this will give our divine masculine energy, symbolized and given by Mars, an outward movement, take action, the change from the retrograde that has been for months now, that has been so much about the change within and the release. So now it's time to push, time to manifest your dreams. So first, for Mars stationary the 27th and going direct the 28th, and this will be around 4 or 5 in the afternoon, Swedish time, Central European time. I take a rune for Mars direct. And this rune is this one, and that's Lagas, water. I think I pulled that last time also in the Swedish version, last recording. And water, that's blessed love ocean of water, the sacred connection with the source, the intuition, emotion, flow of water. Like we now go into the plasma flow of the space, symbolized in quantum astrology by Aquarius. So we can create when we get the water flowing, when we let our emotions flow, both anger and sadness and every emotion. Water for Mars direct, giving it a more emotional flavor. And it will occur at 28 degrees of Capricorn. And I will show that later. I also drawn a Quantum Tarot card for Mars direct. This card is number 9 of Pentacles. Since 9 is the fulfillment, the infinity, the source. And we see what my book says about that. That's the quasar. That's a lot of energy. They represent independence and financial security, indicate successful ventures and emotional maturity. How have you established your autonomy? Yes. How have you established your autonomy? Your Mars-Venus connection balance during this inner period. We have had so many retrograde planets, but no Mercury went direct the 20th, and now on the 21st something. Now the 20th of August, and Mars will go direct the 28th and stationary the 27th. And I will show the chart first. So here we have the 27th of August, and we have Sun 4 degrees of Virgo, Moon at 16 degrees of Pisces, and Sun is in fact in opposition to the royal fixed star Fomalhaut, the Christ consciousness, the Archangel Gabriel, where the full moon was. And that's also a big connection with the star energy that so many starseeds have with us. And Moon is in connection with Neptune, the source, in Pisces. So we have an emotional connection, very strong with the source, and great opportunity to go within when Mars stationary. And this, when it's stationary, it's the 0-point energy that we can create from, giving the new. And it's stationary during one day. And outer planet Saturn will in fact go stationary soon, the 5th of September, and go direct the 7th of September. Saturn. But now it's Mars, 28 degrees of Capricorn. And it's in the 2nd house here. And I want to, and it's close to the South Node, and that's very important this period. I want to change to 28th when Mars goes direct. Here's the 28th and 28 degrees. Yeah, and it's 28. Yeah, that's perhaps is something. 2 plus 8, that's 10, that's 1, that's the beginning of the new autonomy of you and me. 28th of August, we have 28, that's 10, and then 8 August, that's 8, that gives 18, that's 9, the infinity, the source. 2011 is, 2018 is an 11 year, the master number, beginning. So here, it's a blessed time to start your new life with the self-love you gained and with the release you have. You have Venus in Libra in close, soon coming up to Arcturus, the magical divine energy, the fixed star Arcturus that so many of us light workers has with us. MC is here at this moment. And this is then the 28th when Mars goes direct. It's around 4 p.m. Central European time. Ascendant at this occasion is at the fixed star, royal fixed star Antares in opposition to the royal fixed star Aldebaran, giving this even more connection with the star energy. And we have Vesta, the asteroid for Earth, in connection with the galactic center. And we have a lot more. Osiris at the end of Cancer in opposition to this Mars. And Isis, Osiris is the Egyptian god, underworld god, and Isis is the Egyptian queen. And this is persons also very important when the Great Pyramid of Giza were built. And Isis is in opposition, is in connection with the North Node. So we head into our Royal Leo illumination to illuminate the Venus, the divine love energy here. Great, and it's in the 8th house. So this is a transformation to change our Mars energy and to step into this divine energy of Venus and Mars in balance. I'm always so impressed of what astrology can give when I see all this connection. There's a lot more here also. We have a Venus connection with, you see here, sorry. Here is Venus. We have a Venus square to this, Pluto and Mars here. So it's an inner challenge to really find this balance. And Mars is soon coming also back to the South Node. And this is a magical rewriting of our energy, of the new energy on Earth and in our solar system, in the Milky Way, etc. It's such a big times, and channels like Alun Ash and also Brother Bilal had links that we will have a great occasion called the event occurring in 10, 30, 90 days. And some sources say it started with the lunar eclipse the 13th of July, and then 30 days afterwards was nearly the partial solar eclipse, the 11th of August, and then 13 days after, the 13th of September. And then we have 90 days from the beginning. We have the 13th of October. And this 13 is coming up again and again. So we will see. And the polar shift will be a shift in the magnetic poles, and that will be a big, big occasion. It's known in physics that this has happened on Earth earlier. But now we're in the midst of it. And don't be afraid. Keep your connection. Keep your light body. Keep your connection with Earth and the galaxy and your chakras. Continue trusting yourself, and then you are protected from any harm or anything, because you are in love and you will mirror that back. And the change in the 3D world will be so great this autumn. With Mars going direct, we light workers can take our steps and manifest the new world here. And Mars going the third time over the South Node, our origin in the quantum space, the plasma space of Aquarius, the new time ruled by the giant Uranus, that is in this moment, that when Mars goes direct, is in a big trine with Sun and Saturn here, a very important big trine, giving so much enlightenment and grounding. It's the house 5, 9, and 1. So we ground it here, the house number 1. And Mars at the South Node will occur at the fall equinox, very important in September, and will be 25th of September in the early morning here in Sweden, Central European time. It's a rewriting of the Mars planet energy of the divine masculine, from the hijackers, the dominance, all that, to the new balanced Mars that have action with love, and for both self-love and for the oneness, for the community, for the Earth, for the galaxy. It's a different Mars, and that is reflected because the planet Mars now starts to get atmosphere again, according to Gaia.com. And the planet Venus now has had a very poison atmosphere of sulfur, now gets a more decent atmosphere of oxygen. So everything is transforming. And what we really up to here, in my interpretation of this, is to the dark and light. You can see here, take it like this. I play with this because this is the time when we integrate everything. We see that the dark is part of us. We have cells, we speak with us. We see that we have played part in the dark roles of this play, but now it's time for the light. We have learned from this experience, from the three-dimensional experience of separation and dualism, that we can nearly destroy, we can destroy ourselves. But this is the soul evolution. It's no judgment even on the dark and so-called evil side, because it's part of our evolution, it's part of us also. So step out of the judgment and go in for the light and integrate, transmute the dark into light. That is the real deep meaning for me in this Mars going direct, and Mars will pass over the South Node, and this will give so much ascension time. And I also have, and it's also so connected to the fixed star. And if you are in for a Starseed reading, check details below. I have a sale, and I have also other readings. Check details below. I have a sale the last part of August here. So go direct, Go Mars, thank you very much. Release all anger on your own and take your step and do it now. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.